Alright, hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. This is new Arc Line. And the other day, I had made a female dwarven fire mage. So, we'll get the game loaded and pick up from where we left off. And if you remember, I had mentioned that the dwarven class is the newest class to the game. Okay. Um, you can kind of see my girl here a little bit, you know. This is probably a better look at her. Okay, we had just made level 2 with 642 XP, and level 3 will come here in just under 1,000 XP here. Okay, so my character uses a cinder maul, has elegant pants, reinforced travel boots that give to armor, this old jacket here, which needs to be replaced. This is new. It's called a Scorch Veil, plus 10 to health and plus 5 to intimidation. It's made specifically for my mage. I have some other things in here, but I can't use the cranial voodoo staff. Of course, I can't use that because it's for a steam mechanic, and I'm not a steam mechanic. I also can't use handguns because that is a diesel engineer class. Okay. So what we did, I was thinking we could go backwards, but apparently it won't let me flip back through. So we have to talk to Simon, okay? And we just came through these doors, and now they are closed. We can never return there until after this game is completed. Alright, so you left mouse to pick things up. We have a book vendor right over here I want to stop at because she should have magic books. Okay, not the type I was thinking of. I was thinking of the scrolls, but I can offload some of this stuff. That I don't need. I'm holding on to the watermelons because the watermelons are brand new. If you remember in the last video, I had just gotten the watermelons at a new vendor. This button here doesn't work yet. This button here doesn't work yet either. But it looks like it's going to be something new, maybe a way to organize your inventory. Okay, other than that, there's nothing else that she has. We'll pick up some iron ore over here. This is going to be a battle coming up here, and I'm really curious to see how she does with this.
Hey, Eddie, you heard anything about a circus rolling into town?
Nah, I haven't caught wind of it. Damn, just look at that guy. Is that a face or what? Just like my mother-in-law when me and Lizzie were marrying, right? Hey.
The policemen start laughing, apparently blocking the way for the strange crowd led by the dwarf. Everyone but him appears utterly devoid of comprehension. In a bizarre reaction to the jest, the dwarf begins gesticulating with an air of near hysteria.
Let us in! Let us in! I must speak to Director Zindo immediately. The horrors, pure horrors, I tell you. I've got secrets to tell, dreadful secrets. I've seen them. I have proof. People vanishing, poof, without a trace. Leslie, it's a nightmare. What seemed like a great mind is but a sham. Awful, awful deeds. He's actually a fake. Little ones, old ones, entire families.
Alright, let's see here. I think okay, I would take a terrible cut on my magical roll to do that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one here to start with and see what happens.
Don't trouble yourself. It's just another loon, probably high on orphan or something.
The dwarf begins to almost drown in the incoherent flow of words.
There's no time for that. No time at all. They cloned everyone. Director Zindo, his assistant. I must inform him at once. He needs to know everything.
So he thinks everybody's being cloned.
They're dabbling in horrors, twisting ordinary folk into monsters. They must be exposed. What the horror? People are going missing, abducted for their wicked experiment.
Abruptly, a growl rumbles from the throng. Horror grips the dwarf's expression as one of his companions trembles, green liquid bubbling within the mechanism on his back. Gradually it spreads, enveloping the entire crowd of creatures. As their heads lift, a predatory glare fixes upon them.
No, 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 stop! We have to see the director. He must...
Without warning, the creature flings the dwarf aside, his head meeting the ground with a resounding thud, silencing him.
I love the cop cowering.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck! Alright, looks like 3 of them get to go first before we can even go, or the police. And no, you can't control the police. Okay, it's my turn. So what am I going to do? Last ember, you seal yourself in flame, refusing to fall. Damage cannot kill you for the duration of the effect. Okay. Timboris Aegis. Call upon the shadows to gain dodge, slipping between strikes like smoke in the dark. Scorching Wrath, 18 plus 1d12. Smash the ground to unleash a wave of searing torment, burning all enemies around you. The more pain you've endured, the greater the devastation. And I can do a hammer attack. Okay. I think I'm going to go with the Scorching Wrath. It looks interesting. Let's see here. I'm going to try to capture as many of these as I can. Wow. That did some amazing damage. Okay, looks like I can actually back up too without taking any penalties or reprisals, which is interesting. I'm going to... Oh! Okay, well, that did not work as well as I thought. Ouch! Okay. Alright, Mick. Concussive strike. Hammer time, Mick. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Is that all I get to do? Alright. Well, I guess that's all I can do. The policemen pause for a couple minutes to catch their breath. Then one of them speaks to the other, but too softly for you to hear. The one you assume must be Ed nods in response and turns in your direction as Jeffrey approaches you. These city weirdos, am I right? Thank you for your help, miss. We'll handle it from here. Let's see here. What about what happened? I have a few questions, officer. Okay. You sure he's just a weirdo? He said something about experiments, know anything about it. The dwarf mentioned Leslie Harrington, who's that? Yeah, okay, so we want to go with that. Alright, Mr. Harrington is a famous technologist, big name in this town, but fame has its downsides too. Poor folk go out of their way to try and smear good people like him. Don't pay it any mind. He said something about experiments. Experiments on people? You mean ridiculous. Since Director Zindo arrived, the streets have been swarming with police. If something awful like that was happening, we'd know all about it. Listen, don't waste your time on the ramblings of some lunatic. What'll happen to him now? Well, we'll deal with them. Yeah. Anyways, it's no concern of yours. I don't know who this guy is here with the leather daddy top on. Interesting. Okay. You sure he was a weirdo? Look, there's loads of junkies roaming around this quarter. He was probably messed up on Orphan. Or maybe the treatment for the Iron Plague damaged his brain. It's nothing you need to worry about. Yeah, but what are these creatures? Well, Your question leaves Jeffrey utterly baffled, eyes glazed and mouth agape like a stunned child, but his partner steps in to rescue him. We need to get these damn bodies off the street and processed like now. How long are you going to stand there chatting with these citizens? So he's telling the other cop this. Alright, thanks, miss. We can handle it from here. You're free to go. Really? Okay, so we got some parts. Some parts. I want to go over here because there's a teddy bear here. And I cannot interact with it. Interesting. I'm thinking that that teddy bear is important. Bestial update. Okay. All right. Huh? An imposing automaton with saws for hands stands here, muttering something to themselves. Whoa, well, that's what I meant by impressive size, says Mick. So the automaton can talk. Good day, madam. I apologize for the interruption, but could you lend me a hand, please? The automaton speaks slowly, pausing frequently. In sync with these gaps, a viscous liquid trickles out of a hole in its side, forming a puddle on the ground. Probably some sort of transmission fluid, my guess is. Okay, what's wrong with you? I am tasked with committing a crime, however, I have forgotten what nature of crime it was. I feel like a fool. Okay, interesting. Do you by chance know what crime I was to commit? The pause seems to be getting louder. After its last scattered words, the machine falls silent as if it's powered down completely. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, where's your owner? Okay. The automaton falls silent, except for a soft buzzing sound. An electrical current courses through its frame as its systems malfunction. Do you remember anything about your programming? And then it trickles from oil down the side. Okay. Marlowe is a name in my database. I apologize, madam. Regrettably, I cannot access any further data about Marlowe. Okay. I don't remember. What a pitiful creature I am. I do apologize. Please wait a moment. Alright, comes softly to itself. Thank you for your patience, madam. I have rebooted, but I cannot find anything in memory except the task called crime. How humiliating. A crime is some kind of illegal activity. Kindly tell me, do I have to kill someone? That is not one of my preferred tasks, but if it is necessary, so be it. Please help me understand what crime I am to commit. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're supposed to follow this trail. Because it leads north. Let's see here. Okay, we'll go with that. See what the shopkeeper has to say over here. I thought she had some magical stuff for me to buy, but she does not. Observation. Dang. See, this is where the oh, hey, we can go right here. My wares are not for sale. Let's see here. Behind the counter is vexed about something, drumming his fingers impatiently and murmuring to himself, but when you approach, he instantly assumes a sunny expression. I don't remember this being in here when I did my last character build. Good afternoon. Welcome to the finest selection of goods and sundries in Taterhold. Okay, he's so enthusiastic. Droplets of his spit dapple your face. Gross. Oh, well, at least I got a successful roll. Just before he spotted you, the old man was cursing about bandits. He must know something. We got it all. Parts for automatons, optical lenses for engineers, a stash of rare books over yonder, paintings. Sorry, did you say something or didn't you? And there's steam cookers for your fancy ladies' kitchens to reduce that waistline after a festival. Anything you want to know, just speak right up. I'm here to assist you. We've got a deal on gloves right now. Snake 3 pairs for the price of 2. Or perhaps a hangover remedy is what's wanted. The old man locks eyes with Mick and gives him a conspiratorial wink, then brays with laughter. You know your business, old man. I'm okay right now, thanks. Alright, let's see what he's got. Oh, fragmentation grenades. Yay. A small canister of fuel. So many surfaces and so little fuel oil to cover. Oh, I know what this is for. Yeah, we need that. Bottle of whiskey, a pearl, metal scraps, a diesel dirt model, 2d10 plus 7. It's actually not a bad weapon. Okay, I don't have anything that I need to sell to him, but hey, at least it was worthwhile to buy. So you can look at them and stuff, but you can't grab anything. So my guess is machine oil, a whole puddle of machine oil. Okay, so apparently that's what I was supposed to see. Blood with engine oil must have been a real massacre. Let's talk to the citizen. Fuck off, I have no time to talk. When Zindo's people are in town, they don't let you rest your ass even for a minute. Oh, there is something to loot here in the trash can. Wow, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's go back over here to the robot. You came back, man, and that makes me happy. Thank you. Alright. So, I think I'll just destroy it and take the parts. Madam, please stop. Destructive spells and the metal giant falls apart. It must have been in even worse condition than you supposed. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's go down this way. Ooh. Let's try our luck. Sleight of hand 3. That's pretty good. Please, I'm being robbed. Mechanical boosters. Yeah, I think they've put some things into the game. Oh, let's see here. Policeman. I'm on my rounds, and it's not my work. I'm not your personal caretaker to run to the hospital, do yourself a favor, and go on your own. Interesting. How the heck am I supposed to move, you fool? I can barely walk. My wife's in need of a damn doctor. Okay. I'm so fed up with this. You pour the prime of your life into this country, and what does it do for you? Not a damn thing. Wow, that sounds typical in nowadays. I'm feeling that way too. The young policeman shifts uncomfortably, aching to escape, yet his youthful conscience keeps him close to the old man. The moment he notices you, a glimpse of hope sparks in his eye. You? Me? What? He stares at you confused and then turns red with irritation. Damn you all, don't waste my time, for goodness sakes. Listen here. Help out this old man, supposed to be a doctor from the local leprosarium, checking on him, but not for me, you fool, for my wife. For some reason, the doc's a no-show. I cannot be sprinting to the doctor for every citizen. Mate, I am an officer, not a nurse. Got patrols to make, or the chief will bury me. Everyone's on edge with the bigwigs in town. Okay. You'll manage, find it, and tell the damn doctor to come on his damn rounds. That's it, I'm off. Let's see here. Okay, back in my day, the police didn't turn a blind eye to the folks in the city. Okay. So he wants us to go over to the leprosy doctor. Okay. Alright, we gotta talk to Simon. And Simon's in this building here.
Oi! Bloody hell, are you hearing me?
Okay, so this is pretty much the same stuff with Red Simon.
I'm on hold here.
He's kind of like the crime boss, syndicate leader of the area and stuff.
A raid? Oi,
Vinny.
I'm going to skip through this. You can read it and watch it and listen to it on your own.
Out there, yeah?
Hey, boss. We're back to give...
Grip Mr. Simon's hand. If you just shake it, it's, you know, he likes the firm grip.
Oh, look at boss. Easy there. Whoa. Hey, pardon? Oh, right. What do I mean? Okay, you can unhand me now, champ.
You bet, boss. Smooth as silk. The goods locked in the
Wow.
case. And the case with our visitor. It was a flawless play. And all...
Despite the warmth in Simon's eyes, there's something obsidian hard in the stare he's aiming at Michael. It's clear Mr. Simon sees right through Mick's feeble subterfuge.
Okay, there was a few minor complications, but nothing significant. If I had rolled well, I would have a lot more things to pick from.
I believe I'm starting to take a shine to you. That's our style, mate. Straight off the... All right. However you got here, you're in the fold now.
Having declared his toast, it's evident that Red Simon is wholly committed and will brook no deviation from the ritual at hand. With a practiced flourish, Simon fills 3 glasses to the brim. He downs one, refills it, and repeats the ritual. Only after his 3rd pour does he turn to present the remaining drinks.
Here's to the... All right, lend an ear. Picture young me, fresh off the boat, wide-eyed and fancy-free, a pioneer through and through. Didn't know a single soul in these parts. It was all on my shoulders. Every lesson and every scar was hard-earned. But tally it up now and look the man before you. A dwarf of principle and honour. But fear not, mate.
Simon tops off his drink, draining the last of the spirits. There's a moment of silent lament.
You got any clue at all? This blood wizard doesn't matter what. And here's the kick.
Boy, sorry about that.
Oh, mate, let me clue you in. This is just the opening act of your grand adventure. At first blush, it might seem like no one else is after this here relic. No ancient evil, no magical puppeteer.
So you can hand him the case. It ends up back in your inventory. Just so you know.
Word gets out that you're packing this gem. They'll be crawling out of every crack and crevice to lay their dirty mitts on it. So stash it away. Do whatever it takes to keep that mystical wonder hidden from prying eyes. How am I supposed to know what's what, eh? There's a boatload of artifacts out there. Some buzzing with power, some just taking up space. Once we get it to the capital, we'll grill the buyer. Maybe when you're using it for idle chit-chat, the clock's hand decides to take a break.
Simon is extremely...
You think fortune... Yeah, fortune is smiling on us today.
Simon swiftly snaps the suitcase shut and stows it out of sight.
You can see Mick just picked it
Now
up.
for the less than jolly part of our
And then
tale.
Mick gives it back to you because
There's
it's
a
not
group
in
round these
Mick's
parts,
hand.
Goes by the name Arcane Tribunal. A bunch of magical purists causing a ruckus for the Syndicate. You'll find the Tech Syndicate's fingerprints all over anything remotely magical. Not a single artifact slips past them, especially without the right papers. There's a top-notch magical item detector at the station.
Okay, this is
The
new.
plan was simple. Grab a suitcase, jump on a train, head to the capital, and call it a day. But now, mate, we've got ourselves a wee snag. Everything was running smoothly. Had my own people everywhere. No clouds on the horizon. Then, about a week ago, a train conks out and they can't get it running again. Director Zindo himself drops in and takes charge. Now his lot's taking over all the key posts at lightning speed. Absolute migraine for our little operation, I tell you. Oi, I'd love to tell you they're some sort of magic-wielding sect or mystical cult. But let's call a spade a spade. They're just a bunch of angry blokes. Radicals and diehards. And they're kicking the syndicate's ass all over the East Coast. But I wouldn't dwell on it too much, mate. First off, they don't go after regular folks. And second, there's not that many of them. But every time a bloke sneezes, the syndicate thinks the arcane tribunal's
So this is something that
behind
you
it.
need to know about.
Just consider
for
it
when
a
you're playing.
local problem. But they're right in the thick of it, mate. They've messed up all my schemes with their nosing about, you get me? We can't move anything on that train now because Zindo's in control of customs.
Okay, what else is my choice? Yeah, what are they trying to find?
What do you reckon happens when the top dog rolls in? Pin the tail on the malfunction? Not a chance. They're out for a scapegoat. And to be perfectly blunt, I'd be more than happy to serve up that cheeky greenhorn who's trying to grab the syndicate's attention and at the same time gummed up my works.
Alright, let's see here.
This is a port, mate. Every soul here is chin deep in their own hustle, chafed it. Even if they scale back the inspections, they'll keep finding new treasures here for ages. My guess is, even when that train is up and running, they won't be making a swift exit with all those inspections.
Alright.
So, those bloomin' syndicate brass planted their own bloke, Alazar Cogsmith, right in the supervisor's seat. And what's his first move? He sacks my bloke, of course. My Tobias is a fine fellow, and never one to pass up a drink. Could hold his own on just about any subject. And when it comes to running the magic detector at customs, he always knew how to keep his mouth shut and where not to poke around. You follow? Now we've got this fresh face, Harold Fugar, with his own agenda. He's already shipped 4 loads to the warehouse, says he's running his own show and wants nothing to do with me. If he gets the slightest inkling that something's off in the cargo, our little adventure's over.
Alright, let's see here. So what do we want to go with?
Oh, sure it will. Just about a month back, some gent tried to smuggle a goblin in as a migrant worker. You know how he did it? He magicked that poor critter into air, then trapped it in a jar. And what do you think happened next? That gizmo detected a magical presence in the jar right away. So if I were you, I wouldn't tempt fate.
Okay, what's the
A
plan?
genuine business gent always comes prepared. This round, I need your hands on deck. You're fresh blood round these parts. No reputation to speak of and no debts. You're a clean slate. Catch my drift? What I need is to get my Newman back into the railway business. What I need is to get my Newman back into the railroad business. I need someone I can rely on to conveniently overlook your magical baggage.
Okay, let's see here. Well, let's see here. How am I going to bring Tobias back?
My fellow countrymen, here in the New World, we have something called division of labour. My job is to hatch the scheme. Yours is to execute it. I've held up my end, now please hold up yours. Get Tobias back.
Alright,
All right,
we'll give it a
step
shot.
1. Get rid of Newman's stand-in, Harold Fugger, and have a chat with Tobias. He should be ready to get back to work. Here are their addresses. Nick will tag along and cover your rear. Off you go. Best of luck, and keep a sharp eye out for trouble.
Alright, magic scrolls received. Nice. Use, and use. The spark thorn, common two-handed, a wicked-looking magical implement for channeling the strength of a wicked hellfire mage. What does that look like? Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, then let's give some of this stuff to Mick. There we go. Okay, and I don't remember there being anything in here. I'm not even going to try to steal from that chest out here because I'm fairly certain that my sleight of hand sucks. Alright, so we should have a bunch of things mapped out for us to do. Simon Says, the first rule, and Simon Says. Okay. We also should try to find the, let's see, we came from this way. Let's try to steal some money. 88! Oh, come on! A beat. The green grocer. Alright. Let's get rid of my Hellfire Mage. We're going to keep the canister of fuel oil because I know what we're supposed to do with it. Alright, this should be another fight right over here. Okay. They're picking on Four Eyes over here. Alright, let's see here. Wow. Deception, I'd have to roll 5 under 5 or less. Makes persuasion. Sucks. Mockery. That's terrible. Alright, we'll try this. Oh, hey. I did. Well, it ended up not being a fight. Okay. Good roll. We won't go into that grate yet. Pollen count must be high today. Okay. Any strange events? Yeah, that's pretty gross licking cats to get rid of the iron plague. Let's get the loot. We're going to have a fight. Give them a little fire damage. Ends his turn. I'm going to come over here. Alright, let's see here. What was that one that I used? Scorching Wrath. There we go. Set everybody on fire. Excellent. And my turn. I dodged it. All right. Nice. Select your doomsies to proceed. Okay, let's see here. Your heart transforms into an unyielding entity. Emotions are echoing, faintly overshadowed by the supremacy of your will. I like that. I'm going to take that. My other voodoo person, I took the unnatural gaze. Oh, nice. Diesel pants. Tex hat. I might have some interesting stuff for Mick. Okay, let's see here. Stun grenade. Give it to Mick. Five to accuracy, 5 to health, 5 to steam technology, and 5 to accuracy. I think I'm going to give that hat to Mick. And what is Mick? Is he steam or diesel? He's steam. Okay. Eight to health, 3 to armor, 8 to health, 4 to armor. Yeah, we'll give him this one. Oh. So that top that he's got on is actually better. Okay, we'll take this back. Take that back. Five to persuasion, 3 to health. Alright, I think we're done with that. Ooh, this made it. Okay, we can't get into the orphanage yet. Alright, pick up a couple things. Ogre. Alright, so he's needing a orb. The Orb of Might. Wow. Compressed air cylinder. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay, this is easy. Good. Alright, we gotta follow the robot now. Okay, let's see here. It's a child's book describing simple tricks for aspiring circus performers. So basically, the book vendor didn't want to sell the robot a book. We'll use that. So the robot read the book, shredding up the pages, adding them to its memory bank. Interesting. Orpheum asked the bartender in the dusty bar. Alright. Let's go down here and see if we are able to detect anything. This is where the fight took place with those guys that were all electrified. Still can't do anything with the toy. Alright. So I think that will do it for today. Let me get over here where we need to be at. Alright, and then what we'll do is tomorrow we'll go down here on the dock. Alright everybody, have an awesome day. It's been fun. And I'll see you tomorrow. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. Lucy the Bold.